Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And a look at the injury situation. 2 players injured. One of their stars is out. Something they're going to have to overcome tonight.
2 players injured. One of their stars out. Something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. D'Angelo Russell out there with Dante Exum. Then it's Derek Lively. Then there's Davis. And for the Bucks, we've got Paul Antetokounmpo out there with Turner. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
So here we go. The Bucks win the tip. Paul outside. Kuzma left side. Unloads from 13. No good that time.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Lively a screen on Antetokounmpo. It's tipped. Paul with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Davis.
Physicality of Turner is such a big part of his game.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
First free throw is good. Good on both.
And, you know, because Turner is such a good free throw shooter for his position, defenses really can't send him to the line too often. He'll make them pay.
Now, here's Exum. Coming off a solid outing against Indiana. Over to the wing. Russell from long range. The rebound by the Bucks.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season.
I like this matchup for them. Not a cakewalk. It's not going to be easy, but they clearly have the advantage.
Second team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Paul kicks to Turner.
Excellent contest. Lively, an intimidating defender because he's so long and has great energy at that end of the floor.
Russell against Paul. And stolen by Kuzma. Giannis passes to Turner. And another shot. Paul left side. Pass to Kuzma. They shoot again. And Lively pulls it down.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Here's Giannis. The Mavericks making the shot. Turner. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Exum kicks to Davis. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Hey, you know, this is really the challenge of trying to defend Davis because not only is he tall and smart, but he's gotten stronger. And he typically blows through contact and draws fouls.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
And again, the Bucks miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Back to Russell. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks the 3-pointer.
And, you know, this has become a real weapon for Russell now, and it's because he's worked hard on his shot.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He told me, now that team goes as Anthony Davis goes. When AD is feeling good and he's in rhythm, everything clicks. Coach said we'll need a team effort at both ends. Our communication has to be excellent, and even then, we're not going to completely stop him, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And so it's Dallas with it. After Gary Trent Jr. made the last three-pointer.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. Bucks number 1.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
Now, Giannis, still without a basket. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You know that this is where Giannis wants the ball, but how do you stop him? I don't have the answer.
Pass to Exum. Russell sets a screen for Exum. Just 5 to shoot. And finished off by Davis.
One of the dominant dunkers in the league. Davis can put on the show in there.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Turner. And Exum comes to help. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And the Bucks making a change here. Porter's checked in. Lively against Turner. And it's sent back by Turner.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner. Hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
And the shot goes in.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Here is Russell following the basket by Chris Paul. Pass to Thompson. There's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
The Bucks trail. Giannis passes to Porter. Turner with a screen on Thompson. And Porter, here we go. A shot missing. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And it's Davis missing. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Porter looking it over. Giannis outside. It's stolen by Davis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Bucks trail by 3. Paul kicks to Turner. Pass to Trent. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Trent's got 5 now.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Defended by Trent. Outside, Davis. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. 3-pointer. And he recovers it. Dallas moving it around. And Porter comes to help. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer. Dallas no good that time either. And the Bucks, they're shooting 46% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. The shot by Turner no good.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Dallas no good that time either.
They've been beating them to a
loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now, here's Thompson following the miss by Giannis. And here's Russell. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Davis in the corner, beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 10 points for him.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Out to Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Oh, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Different look for Milwaukee. Sims is checked in, and it's Portis in for Antetokounmpo. Nemhard with it. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Drains the three-pointer. Thompson's got 6.
The blend of confidence and skill, beautiful to see. Thompson knew all he needed was the ball in his hands.
It's Portis, high post. Dallas making a switch here. Exum's checked in.
14-5. Checking in for the away team. Number 0.
Here is Porter. To the paint. Here's Paul. Kicks it out to Prince. 5 on the clock. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself into position, and then was able to make the play.
The shot by Thompson, no good. And it's Paul with the ball for the Bucks. Trailing by 5. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Slam from Portis. Impressive. Using that size around the rack.
Now, here's Exum, defended by Paul. And here's Thompson, down low. And Gafford throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Milwaukee with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. The 17-footer. Paul can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Defended by Portis. There's the...
Oh!
Can you believe that?
Turned up and turned out. Throwing it down. Come on.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Paul. Following the score by Dallas. Portis in the post. Prince up top. Over Marshall. Prince can't hit. Here's Marshall. Thompson in the corner. Over Prince. Can't nail the jump. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Dallas. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Bobby Portis out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Kevin Porter. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Sims in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Outside, Porter. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
A natural scorer, Porter Jr. is superb at being able to play through contact and still finish the shot.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
First team foul.
Pass to Marshall. Dallas moving it around. 6 to shoot. Exum the bounce pass.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
Here's Portis. Here's Sims to the wing right side. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
All right, a moment to see the stats for Porter, how he performed last season. Averaged about 10 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
Pass to Christie. For the screen on Prince. Christie the pass to Gafford. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And the rejection by Gafford. Here's Christie. And he converts the layup. Christie's got his first points in this one. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate. And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Now, here's Exum, guarded by Porter. Now, here's Exum. No scoring in this one. Thompson for 3. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Thompson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Pass to Kuzma. The kick out to Porter. Finished off by Porter.
With his vert, Porter Jr. has no issues getting to the rim.
Mavericks leading by 7. Exum deciding where to go with it. Christie. Prince with the defensive effort.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Porter passes to Portis. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Portis has got his second bucket of the game to go. Dallas has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Exum dishes to Marshall. Thompson for 3. Sims with the rebound. Bucks trail by 5. Kuzma, left side. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Exum passes to Thompson. Here's Sims. Left side, Porter. Portis can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 5. Exum. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Christie. For the screen on Prince. To the middle. It's good by Gafford.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here's Porter. 5 points in the game.
And they also showed up defensively. Top 5 in terms of opponent field goal percentage. They really won a lot of games on that side of the floor.
And Greg, that three-point percentage you talked about made them one of the hardest matchups in the league. They could do damage from all over the court.
You know, we've seen Kevin Porter Jr. play the 1, 2, and the 3. And no matter where he plays, KPJ is a bucket getter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Davis comes in for Thompson. And it's Hardy in for Dante Exum. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Simply found the open man there because he read the defense. Well done by Davis.
And the Bucks making a change here. Prince is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Nemhard's checked in. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the miss by Miles Turner. Here's Davis. Davis owning the inside.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Lively against Turner. Shoots over Lively. And again, the Bucks miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. And so here is Dallas, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Christie kicks to Davis. Russell against Paul. Clock at 4. With all the great ball handlers, Clark, in the NBA, Russell's got to be right there at the top of the list.
And the thing that impresses me, Kevin, is how smooth he makes it look and how effortless it appears. Even at full speed, he can make moves that most guys can't even imagine.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Green. Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Giannis against Russell. Giannis is double. A wide open look here for Kuzma. No good, unable to end this run. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Let's take a look at Kyle Kuzma's numbers.
Last season's performance for him averaged about 15 points a game last season, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon.
There's Giannis. Look out below.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Here's Russell. To the inside. And it's Davis missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Yep, it goes. And the Dallas Leaders cut down to 12 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Inside, here's Davis, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Ball finds Giannis. Antetokounmpo with the finish.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Pass to Davis. Back to Russell. Lively a screen on Paul. It's Russell with the drive. Good. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
On the wing, Giannis. He's guarded by Davis. The offensive rebound. Picked him clean. Free throw line jump shot. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Out to Turner. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Davis against Turner. To the left side wing. Dallas needs to get off a shot. No problems knocking that one down. Russell's got 10 points.
You know, you look at Russell, and the green light is always on from there for him, and he shoots it with confidence.
Back to Giannis. Paul outside. Turner inside. Lively defending. And good that time.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Guarded by Kuzma. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He has 5.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Well, 3-pointers right on target.
Handling the ball like a guard, Giannis has become very proficient at doing damage with the pass.
To the inside. Pass to Marshall. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for him. And so we conclude the first half. It's Dallas. They lead by 12. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Joined by Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half?
Well, the effort's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better, so that's part of the effort. But they're just scoring too easy. They're throwing us around. They are so much more the physical team right now, so we got to pick up our physicality.
I'm sure that will be discussed thoroughly before the next half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
You know, for Dallas, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong in their first matchup. Played with a lot of energy. We'll see if it carries over into this one.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for Dallas.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low.
And that's something to watch for. Does the defense extend to where guys start going inside?
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Mavericks leading by 12 on the floor for Dallas. They've got Exum. Derek Lively is out there with Davis. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Davis. And the rejection by Giannis. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. Here's Turner, and Davis sends it back.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
Second chance shot. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Russell against Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Giannis. Wow, Giannis with a strong finishing shot.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Wide open. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game. Turner down low. There's Kuzma. Misses from close range.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Turner with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Giannis. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Antetokounmpo's got 12 in the game.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Drills the three-pointer. He's got 8.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass the ball. Giannis with it. 12 points for him. It's rebounded by Dallas. Lively's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's Exum, defended by Trent. Exum dishes to Russell. Davis setting the pick for Russell. And there's the defensive 3-second call. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Lively is screen on Trent. Lively with it. He's picked up by Paul. Paul with the steal. Here's Trent, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Guarded by Kuzma. Pass to Lively. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
Lively fighting off the contact well. I tell you, he's lean, but that was grown man strength that time.
And it seems a new era is upon. Highlight reels tough from Antetokounmpo. My goodness.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
To the right side. The tray. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 12. It's Turner, high post. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Turner with the screen for Antetokounmpo. Back to Turner. Pass to Trent. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Dante Exum.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. Thompson, he's checked in for Exum. Trent hits them both. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. At one point, they led by 16. Outside, Russell. An easy 2 points on the layup. Russell's got 13.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Paul passes to Kuzma. Giannis with it. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Paul. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
You know Paul is looking for these shots, and as the defender, you have to be anticipating this.
Russell against Paul. Now, here is Russell. Tight defense on him. Can't hit from in close. Bucks trail by 10. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs. A Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Davis finds Lively. Six on the shot clock. Here's Russell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The size, the change of pace, the shiftiness of Russell. A hard guy to defend without foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Mavericks.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Lively, that's good. Lively's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Out to the right wing. Here's Portis. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They host the Kings after this game, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Thompson for 3. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. Thompson's got 12.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA, and we might be talking the all-time list here.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. The Mavericks also with a sub. Christie's checked in. Pass to Marshall. Defended by Portis. Lively a screen on Portis. Lively with it. Dallas moving the ball around. Defended by Portis. Great D that time from Portis.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Prince wide open. They get it back, and it's blocked.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Thompson for three. Paul grabs the board. Bucks trail by 14. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you. Offensive rebound. Defended by Portis. Out to Thompson. Here's the three. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Sims is checked in. The Mavericks also with the sub. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Stolen by Thompson. The shot's good from Christie. Christie's got his second bucket tonight.
Nice read by Thompson right there, you know, showing he's more than just a shooter with plays like this.
Ball outside, and a wide open look for Portis. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Ball against Christie. Now here's Porter. He's covered closely. Sims kicks to Portis. Not going to go that time.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Bucks trail by 21. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You can tell Porter Jr. is a pretty crafty guy. I mean, he knows how to manipulate the defense.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Prosper's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Here's Dallas. They're on a 16-6 run. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Porter against Thompson. Pass to Christie. Over in the corner, Marshall. Takes it inside. Prince with the defensive effort. And so it's Dallas closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Green. Kevin Porter is out there with Prince. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Sims in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. There's Green with the 3. Rebound by Marshall.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Christie. Thompson outside. The 3. The rebound by the Bucks. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Thompson against Porter. And the rejection by Gafford. Here's Marshall. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And stolen by Portis. Prince outside. It's Porter outside. The shot's good on the assist by Prince.
Porter Jr., we know he can create his own shot, but he also can knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. It's good from long range. Thompson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
He made 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since then. I tell you what, you can't shake your head at that.
It's Prince on the wing. On the wing, Green. Rebound by Marshall. Mavericks leading by 20. Shot from 12. The shot's good from Christie. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bucks. Right side, Green. Back to Porter. Portis against Martin.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Thompson passes to Gafford. Porter with the steal. Pass to Sims. Now here's Portis. And a wide open look for Porter. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Porter very assertive with that shot. Found the look that he liked and wasted no time taking advantage of it.
Portis against Martin. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's Porter. Rebound by Marshall. Marshall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Christie. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Marshall. 4 on the shot clock. Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Pass to Portis. Martin against Prince. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
The ball goes to the away team. Substitution on the court.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
Give it up for your Bucks home crew. The court is your Bucks squad. You are the team.
Kuzma's checked in for Milwaukee. And Dallas also making the switch. Dante Exum is checked in for Marshall. Here's Russell. Plays it up off the glass.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Paul. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
The decision-making of Antetokounmpo is really brilliant, in a word. He knows when to spot up, he knows when to roll to the bucket off screen, and he knows when to give it up.
To the middle. Trent with the double team. Lively, no one around him. A rebound by the Bucks.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Over to the left wing. There's Russell with the 3. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Antetokounmpo passes to Trent. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Chalk up 2 there.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Paul kicks to Giannis. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First one falls for him.
They're shooting better from the free throw line since halftime. That's a big plus if you're holding the lead late.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
It's been Giannis's night. His points have come in a variety of ways, and as usual, he has been relentless.
And here is Marshall. To the paint, releases, and good off the lead pass that time.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And it's Paul with the ball for Milwaukee. Outside Turner. Paul looking around. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Turner doing a nice job setting himself up for a shot off that pick and roll.
Here's Dallas. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Nembhard. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Turner passes to Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis is a monster around the rim. Too easy there.
Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Marshall. Now Nembhard. Down low. Here's Gafford. Good work defensively by Turner. The Bucks have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th. Right around 46-47%.
And you know, Paul is a dime dropper, a dynamite playmaker who continues to wow us with his passing ability.
Mavericks leading by 23. Pass to Marshall. Back to Nembhard. And the rejection by Giannis. Paul passes to Turner. Here's Antetokounmpo. There's a minute 47 left in the game. That ball, nice speed that time from Turner.
Really good to see Turner find the open man, proving once again he's a team-first guy.
Outside Edwards. Back to Nembhard. Pass to Exum. Now here's Edwards. Dallas again missing.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for Dallas.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in the two-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Turner. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Prince is checked in for Gary Trent. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Paul. And they double up Giannis. For three, Portis. Rebounded by Hardy.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Christie the pass to Hardy. Out to the right wing. And here's Marshall from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. On offense here, the Bucks. They're on a 14-4 run. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Portis finds Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass.
Smart pass by Portis, showing the ability to make good decisions with the ball.
There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Kevin Porter Jr., third personal foul, third team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Hardy, 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 12 seconds left in the fourth. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Anthony. Great team win. How important are those contributions throughout the roster?
We got a great team, and guys are playing for each other. We play selfless. All we care about is winning. And these guys are doing the little things, and therefore, any chance we get where we're able to find these guys and make plays, we want to give it to them. We want to reward them and thank them for doing all the little things. That's how you win championships.
Yeah, it was 1 through 15 tonight, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game.